This is the ancient west of England city of Gloucester, renowned for its cathedral, its cattle market, its cheese, and its cricketers. But Gloucester has another, more contemporary claim to fame. It was here that the first television relay service in the world was born. In the post-war years, when television was rapidly becoming accepted as a part of the British way of life, Gloucester found its encircling fringe of hills a severe handicap to satisfactory reception of the BBC's broadcasts, then the only television available. Indifferent pictures were obtained by the viewers among its 70,000 inhabitants, who, in common with the householders in other towns and cities, began to erect an assortment of aerials like these, which spread as some great spiky rash over the nation's rooftops. Costly to the individual, dangerous in high winds and storms, ugly to look at, and damaging to property. Although communal aerial systems were in limited use, television relay was barely out of the laboratory, still very much at the drawing board stage. One of its pioneers, British Relay, however, had already the exciting vision of television as a public service, piped into the home in much the same way as electricity, water, gas, or the telephone. And it was from this concept of television, provided house by house, street by street, reliably, robustly, but also discreetly, that the British Relay whole city system was developed. Gloucester was where the idea achieved reality. The first step was to pick up the program. To do this, an aerial tower was erected on Chosen Hill, 3 miles outside the city and 520 feet above sea level. To get the programs to the city below, a microwave transmitter beams the signals to receiving aerials on the roof of the main relay station. Post office lines carry the sound radio program to the same point. This control room, in which in 1951 the very first television relay service in the world came into operation. Today, television relay, television by wire, is firmly established throughout Great Britain. Here in London, where British Relay, now a £30 million concern, has its headquarters, the greatest integrated television relay service in the world has been built up. Its focal point is this central control, into which, by direct lines from the studios, come the television and radio programs of the BBC and the various ITV companies. At the control desk, a skilled operator, on duty throughout broadcasting hours, keeps a vigilant watch on incoming and outgoing channels. At frequent intervals, he monitors the program for picture and sound quality. From the control center radiates a vast system of cables embracing 18 main stations and 42 substations north and south of the Thames. Altogether, 18 London boroughs are served by British Relay, boroughs in which many thousands of subscribers have an assurance of reliable, interference-free viewing and sound, top-quality home entertainment. A unique feature of British Relay's service is Radio Channel 4, a program of music brought from overseas with Radio Luxembourg in the evenings. From the company's own receiving station on the east coast, a 100-mile-long circuit brings this program into central control for outward distribution. Away from London and Gloucester, British Relay serves places as far apart as Sheffield, Ipswich, Leeds, Cambridge, Whitehaven, and the new towns of Crawley and Hemel, Hempstead. These are just a few of the areas where British Relay services are enjoyed. A similar story can be told of Scotland, where until North British Relay was formed, there was little or no relay television. Founded in 1959, with headquarters in Edinburgh, North British Relay today gives employment to some 1,200 and provides relay services in more than a dozen towns, Among them these. The proud city of Dundee, one of the largest in Scotland with 183,000 inhabitants, provides a splendid example of television relay at work. This is the city's relay station, a building specially designed to house not only the main relay equipment for distributing the programs throughout the city, but also the all-important planning offices, cable stores, receiver stores, and a repair and maintenance department. Not forgetting, of course, the staff recreation room, in which the locally recruited employees can relax in off-duty hours. For the purpose of television relay, a town or city is divided into sections, each linked to the station by main cables. Where the sections extend some miles from the station, the signal is boosted to adequate strength by occasional repeater kiosks, which are fully automatic stations in miniature. From the main cables, the wire network radiates to serve streets and ultimately individual houses or flats. But come back to the equipment room, where the full output of the station is concentrated. These racks house the outgoing sound radio programs. And these, the television programs. The repeater kiosks, like this one, function automatically, even to the extent of changing over to reserve equipment should a fault occur. Back in the main station, any of the programs leaving any of the repeater kiosks can be monitored and checked remotely by means of this test bay and an ingenious dialing code system.
Then one day, a French friend of mine introduced me to a young student of sociology.
This is standard practice, as is the regular monitoring of picture quality at every stage and the daily adjustment of the signal form by reference to this oscilloscope. Without leaving the station, the operator is also able to check the insulation over the many miles of cable network. The whole system is engineered and meticulously maintained to ensure the minimum loss of viewing time through equipment failure. But should a failure occur, an immediate alarm is given. This is a radio program failure, and the automatic alarm device enables a standby amplifier to be brought into use within a few seconds. In the case of a television program failure, the remedy is even swifter. The operator is again alerted by an alarm, but automatic machinery takes control, switching standby equipment into instant use. A momentary flicker on the screen is the only inconvenience to the subscriber. In its comparatively short lifetime, television relay has already seen numerous advances and improvements. A good many of these have been pioneered in the research laboratories of British Relay, where a team of top communications scientists is constantly engaged in experiments designed to add to the benefits that only a wire service can give. This 4-pair cable, specially developed for the company's low-frequency system, can provide 8 television and 4 radio channels. Technical components like this, and these equally advanced relay TV sets, were quite ready for BBC Two on 625 lines years before it first began in London. A wide range of handsomely styled viewing units gives the relay subscriber ample choice to meet his particular needs and taste. Colour television, certain to be available in the next few years, has already been catered for. So, too, has pay television. By inserting a coin, relay subscribers will be able to view an alternative program, possibly a current film, perhaps a local football match. Through its Special Services Division, British Relay has created a service of television and sound distribution for hospitals, for industry, and for hotels. Hotels like these, looking for reliability and consistent performance, have chosen the British Relay system. In the luxurious London Hilton, one of the most elaborate vision and sound and communication systems in any hotel in the world was designed to the hotel's requirements. Television, too, has an important role to play in teaching. Where a relay system exists, it's a simple matter to include schools in the wire network and ensure good quality reception of educational programs on sets specially designed for classroom use. Another instance of the work of the Special Service Division of British Relay is the collaboration with educational authorities in testing and proving other ways in which television can help in the educational field. An example is this interesting experiment at the College of Education in Dundee, a teacher's training college. This junior school classroom is equipped with small television cameras. One camera is focused on the teacher and his blackboard. Another camera is trained on the children in the class. While some distance away in the college, these student teachers can watch simultaneously on monitor sets both the technique of the teacher and the reaction of his pupils. The advantages are obvious. The class is undistracted by visitors. The students can observe and comment in comfort. A logical extension of this idea for the future is that of local education authorities originating their own schools' broadcasts. Programs that would be too complicated and too costly to provide as individual lessons in separate schools. For example, this lecture demonstration on the theory of dynamic balance could, with the help of a television relay system, be broadcast to specially selected schools spread throughout a city. A television relay service is no light-hearted undertaking. It is a closely planned engineering operation, the basis of which must be a sound technical system proved by extensive use over a wide area and over several years. To create a distribution system for a large town requires highly trained engineers and a wealth of detailed planning, which must take account of the physical as well as the technical problems involved in supplying good quality signals over a wide area. Wherever British Relay goes, local planning offices are established. Engineers are recruited and trained in the work of designing the distribution system. As each section of the city is planned in outline, it is submitted to the Borough Engineers Department for review and approval before any cable is laid. In this way, the network is designed and planned to meet the requirements of the local authority. In new housing estates, this close cooperation enables television relay to be built in alongside the water, gas and electricity. This is television's modern look, the television of the future with not an aerial or a wire to be seen. When British Relay moves into a city or town, it sets up its own training school. Through this school pass the locally recruited employees who will work as linesmen and as equipment engineers, television service engineers, way-leave officers and clerks in establishing and developing the system. Thus, the arrival of Television Relay provides new jobs, new skills, and a steady future for reliable men. From practice in the classroom to the real thing outdoors. Careful training leads to neat, unobtrusive wiring, like this on the wall of a house. And this span linking one house with its neighbour. Observe the contrast between this old property with its unsightly aerials and these new council terraces recently wired for Television Relay. No damaged chimneys to be seen here. And inside, equally neat and unobtrusive, a modern wall socket and multi-pin plug. This is the key to trouble-free television and radio entertainment. If a subscriber already owns a television set, he can enjoy the relay service by using a relay adapter, which is rented for a modest weekly sum. This converts the low-frequency relay signal to give a picture on a normal television set. Alternatively, British Relay offer a wide range of their own viewing units at attractive weekly rentals. The terms include maintenance and can cover the license fee as well. Details of the service and the sets which go with it are displayed in the company's showrooms. Subscribers have a choice of renting their sets direct from the company or under a radio dealer's franchise scheme, obtaining them through established radio and television shops. Never without a set service has always been British Relay's advertised aim, and indeed service to the public in every respect has throughout been the overriding interest of Barry King, the company's managing director.
In this film, we have attempted to give you an idea of what is involved in a television relay service, and to show you how we in British Relay go about the planning and operation of our system. As the film has shown, the provision of a relay service in a complete city or town is a major engineering project, far different, very far different indeed, from a communal television aerial system. The scale of the operation is that of a public utility service, and it needs to be planned and operated accordingly. In the first place, the design of the system must be suited to the job of serving a large area, and serving it reliably and with consistent quality of picture and sound. This cable, with its many wires, is a fundamental factor in achieving these objectives. It allows the different programs to be transmitted separately, each on its own wire, and all at the same frequency. Research and experience over many years have left us in no doubt that this simplified transmission process is essential to the development and operation of a large-scale service. Secondly, the system must be properly planned from the outset. It is a job for experts to draw up a distribution plan for a whole city, a plan that must take account not only of the requirements of the relay system, but also of the requirements, and often stringent requirements, of the local authority. Thirdly, apart from providing satisfactory pictures and sound throughout the entire area, the system must be engineered so that if a breakdown occurs, the minimum of viewers is affected and the fault can be speedily and quickly located and corrected. And finally, there are the benefits to the user. As we have shown, our aim has been to develop a television relay system giving the maximum advantages of wire distribution to the user. We've not contented ourselves by just getting a signal about the area, but have brought the service right into the viewer's home with a special relay set supported by a full maintenance service. It is in this end product in the home, in the quality of picture, in the assurance that new developments will be available to subscribers at minimum cost and with minimum trouble, in the promptness and willingness of the maintenance service, that the final assessment of our television relay system must be made.